Now, we're going to start on ITVX with a new 3-part documentary series which drops on Thursday the 20th of June. It's called Before We Was We, Madness by Madness. And here's a clip.
One step beyond!
It was just the melting pot of cultures. That was the greatest time of my life.
We sort of looking for adventure and stuff.
Graffiti was the first thing, and then music was really a huge step in the right direction.
Thought we were punks and we hated punks.
For us, it was ska.
Well, Hannah, as you know, I'm a big Madness fan, unsurprisingly, and my ska band, The Irregulars, we play a few Madness numbers, and I very much grew up on the ska two-tone scene, Madness, the specials. It's good stuff, and this is a pretty in-depth 3-part series in which they look back on their story. Now, I've only watched episode 1, but as much as anything else, it's a fascinating piece of social history, because most of the first episode is taken up. Well, first of all, we've got Chris Foreman, Mike Barson, Lee Thompson, Graham McPherson, aka Suggs, the front man, Daniel Woodgate, Mark Bedford, and Carl Smith, aka Chaz Mash. So they're all individually looking back, first of all, on their childhoods, and they grew up in London, some of them in quite difficult circumstances. I mean, Suggs remembers that his dad was a heroin addict who he never really knew, some single families. Quite a few of them got in trouble with the law as youngsters, so they were kind of mucking about, shoplifting, jumping on and off freight trains, quite dangerous stuff. I think at least one of them ended up in a borstal. So by the end of episode 1, really, you've only just got into the formation of the band, when they were initially they're called the North London Invaders, and Suggs is brought in. Suggs is a bit younger than the rest of them, and he's brought in as the lead singer, and you see them, their first gig is in the garden at a party. They grew up playing on bomb sites and very much kind of fending for themselves, and they kind of formed this gang, and you hear about the kind of the fashions they were into and the music. So they like Ian Jury's band, Kilburn and the High Raves. They used to go and see them, and of course we saw recently when we reviewed Camden, the music series, we heard all about how Madness sort of came to the fore in the Dublin Castle pub in Camden and started to build a following. And they have a very distinctive look as a band, didn't they? They had fantastic music videos, great songs, and as they say here, some of their songs are about what it was like growing up, especially Baggy Trousers, which is all about school days. And Suggs said that was kind of inspired by Ian Jury's, his lyrics just drawn from life and almost listing things that like reasons to be cheerful. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Suffice to say, if you like Madness, you will love this, and you'll learn a hell of a lot that you didn't know about these guys, and they're just a great bunch of mates who've been through a lot together. An in-depth and fascinating rockumentary series. What did you think, Hannah?
Well, we absolutely love music documentaries, don't we? And this doesn't disappoint. I mean, I don't think you have to, and I say this all the time, I don't think you have to be a Madness fan. I mean, I kind of am to a degree, but you learn so much about them. And I think any kind of music, unless you really, really hate it, probably would be a turn off in fairness. But actually, most of these docuseries are not going to be, music that really kind of you particularly despise, because it's kind of as relatively mainstream. And I just think what's really interesting in this is the kind of, what I love is the original footage, seeing interviews with people, learning things that we didn't know, the kind of troublesome backgrounds of some of these people, the difficult times that they were kind of, and also how difficult it was to kind of make it, and really seeing their 40-year career right from the very beginning, because it's been pretty colourful for them, and sort of a time where there was huge cultural and political upheaval. So I think I think it's incredibly interesting, and I, as I say, I absolutely love these, because the music we know, yes, the music we are interested in, but it's the sort of getting under the skin of a band and absolutely understanding how they got there, a bit about them, and their very interesting madness that absolutely adds to it, adds complete value. Really good.